we have Sicilian c3. This is Alapin defense, and white pushed the c pawn very early, which blocked the b1 pawn, b1 knight. So the best move is d5, and if you take my pawn, my queen can be placed at center. White cannot really kick our queen away, so this is a good move. And so we play knight f6. Well, yeah, I mean, if we can control the center with a queen, and if there's nothing can kick our queen out, it's better that we do so, because I mean, white can kick our queen like with pawn to c4, but the downside is the d4 square is really weak, and this is a very good square. It's outpost for the knight. So usually white play d4, and we play knight c6, keep attacking the d4 pawn. Don't take the d4 immediately, because after taking the pawn, white will push knight to c3, and our queen will be kicked. So yeah, so and one more thing, that the purpose of c3 is very clear. White wants to push the pawn to d4, so that's why if we can control the center like sooner than our opponent, so this is something I would recommend. So the downside with knight f6 is white pushing the pawn, we play knight, and white play d4. Now white has very good control of these two center pawns. Yeah, they are very good pawns. And take e6, knight c3, and we need to develop pieces and think about how can we, for example, yeah, develop this light square bishop. It's a bit stuck here. Bishop b4, offering like a trade or pin the knight. Bishop d2 and d6. Yeah, this is okay. But I'm thinking if knight take our knight, take. I'm a little bit worried about the pawn structure, but maybe that's not a problem. f4 if we take. So this d5 pawn is isolated. Well, that could be a target. But on the other hand, I think we still need to push the pawn d6. Otherwise, this square is a problem. And if you don't have dark square bishop, the knight can easily control d6, and that's a really annoying thing. Okay, push the d6, and this is what white did. Okay, knight f3. It didn't play f4. Take the pawn and castle. Okay, so I think the game is like balanced. White is quicker than black to develop pieces, but black has moved the king to a safer place quicker than white. And bishop d3. Okay, what about kick the knight? The knight go to f3, and we check the king. If the king wants to castle, it has to move bishop to b4, e2. Then we can keep adding pieces at e2. And now we are being active, right? Rook c1, and we keep pushing pieces. So white king is stuck at the center forever. So this is something we can take advantage. Rook e8, knight c6, queen f4, take. Okay, trading the knights. So now we have d5 pawn that's a little bit weak. It's isolated pawn we need to be aware of. It's also a passed pawn. And white has an e5 pawn. This pawn is a bit powerful, so white could potentially have some opportunity to attack our king side, because this pawn, it expands its like control at the king side. Queen c7, attack e5, f6. I'm a little bit worrying about like rook c1. What can we do here? And yeah, what about taking our pawn? We should trade the rooks, right? Yeah, I'm worried about the back rank. So I feel like we need to move pieces before we open up the files, and because these two pieces, the two rooks are not connected, so if we open up the files, it only benefit our opponent. Queen h4, yeah, this is annoying, really annoying. On attack, g5. That's a bit risky. What about queen h5? I think queen h5 is better. White can attack our rook, and we have to deal with that. If the rook, for example, to e5, take, we cannot really take with the queen. Take with the pawn, queen g5, and our king is super exposed. That's not good. Rook to f8, for example, take rook e8. Yeah, the back rank is there will be serious problem at back rank. Queen h6, it's still a good move. I can still feel the pressure. Take the pawn, maybe queen g7 offering a trade. Is that something we can consider? No, take the pawn. Yeah, we'll lose a pawn. Yeah, I think white is better. Yeah, we lost a lot of pawns. Okay, I don't think turn the game into end game is a smart choice. So the black king is super exposed. So yeah, if I would and also the white queen has a very good square. So maybe I will play, yeah, move the pawn up or attack the b7. Yeah, I think it's better than trading the queens, but white is still better. So yeah, we lost another pawn, and this is connected pawn. These two pawns are super powerful. Rook a4. Yeah, the connected pawn is really annoying. We are threatening check. Okay. Okay, we can turn the game into a draw. So white made a mistake. The correct move is very clear. King f1, and the king can escape. So if rook checks, king here, and king g2. So rook a7, h3, and rook g7. Check the king. That's important. So the king will be blocking the pawn. b7. And what can, or maybe let's make rook to h1, b7, h2, and then I can play b7. Yeah, what can black do? Check the king. e3, check again. d4, check. Here, now you cannot check anymore. Okay, rook c4. Offering d6. That's interesting. If I move here, can I move here? Check. If you take my rook, I will have a queen, but you'll check. Can I move to g8? If you take, check here. Okay, the rook will keep attacking us. That's super maybe. Let's see if I can find a place. Check. Can I hide my king here? No, that's not good. That's interesting. Or okay, let's switch our mindset. So the thing is h2, and black is going to make a stalemate. How can we prevent that? Maybe rook h7, and queen go here. We can sacrifice our rook, right? And we can definitely have a queen with these 2 pawns. We can definitely win. Yeah, that's easier. Cool. So how did the game end up? I'm interested to know. King f1, take. Oh, h3. h2, rook 8 check. Ooh, I think that's a problem. I think the rook should attack this one. I think the rook should attack this one. And rook f8, king g2. So king g3, if we check again, we can move king h3. if check again, we can move rook to h4. Then we can forever block the h file. Very interesting. King h3, that's good move. So I think the best move is king h8 and sacrifice the rook later on. So can we secure a draw? King d2. We have to use our king. No. How can we? Maybe we need to stop the king, take the pawn. And take the pawn, yeah. And we can probably get a draw here. Yes, we can get a draw. So the game will end up as a draw if both sides play correctly. But king h3, that's a very good move, exciting. And we will have a queen, right? Why do we check the king? We can have the queen. And if you check us, we can play rook h4. So the thing is, okay, yeah. Then it's hard because white is going to have the queen. Yeah. I think the game will end up as draw, right? We can take the pawn to simplify the game, to turn it into a draw. Maybe we want to find a way to get a skewer or something. Oh, so we cannot check, right? Yeah, that's a bit bad for us. So white being active here. So as long as white trade the queens, because the king has already controlled the key square, very close to the key square at least. Oh no, it's why do we trade the queens? No. No, king b7. Yeah, if we know the key square, this is what I talk about endgames. I wouldn't think about trading the queens. Yeah, I would just move my king to like, can I move to c? No, yeah, the queen can, yeah. Yeah, I think it's yeah, I agree. It's hard. Yeah. Ooh, that's super hard. So. Well, I think the thing is, why didn't we take the pawn when we at e1? It's because we want to win. Because we hope our opponent will blunder. For example, I don't know, king at c5, and we can skewer take the queen. But I don't think it's smart to to underestimate our opponent. So let's just simplify the game to take the pawn, make it a draw. That's a very clear and smart way to do that. A very interesting game.